Okay, so when you guys receive the printer will be separate from the ink. We're going to package the ink separately just in case there's an issue with the leakage. We've only filled the ink about a quarter tank. We're going to go ahead and set it up. So the first thing you're going to do is open up the ink on the top. This is very important. We need to make sure that the air vents are opened. We've closed them for shipping purposes so that they don't leak. So now if this tips over, that ink is going to come out of the air vent. And we're going to add these filters so nothing gets inside but lets the air in. So 1, 2, 3, and just make sure we get this. We're not sure why there's plastic here. Okay, so the vents are there. These are just there so that you can plug them in. When you fill the ink, these are the plugs you're going to undo, and you're going to fill them one at a time and plug them. The plugs in the back, you don't necessarily need to do anything. It's just when we initially filled them up, we needed to fill the back first and then the front. So you just have to pay attention to the front. And the most critical is that there is airflow. Next is the printer. So we're going to go ahead and turn on the printer. And the way this works is you lift it all the way up. That's your first step. That's your second. And that's your third. In order to get it up, you have to go down to this set. Okay, now we're going to move this carriage over so we can get the ink in by going to maintenance. And then we go down 1, 2, 3 to ink cartridge replacement. Push OK. You're going to wait for that to come up. And go OK, start. So this is an important step here. So you're going to take the ink and you're going to make sure that this is all uncoiled so that it's nice and flat like this. I think I need one more step. Like this is good. Now go ahead and you place the ink in, and once you get it in, you push on these tabs. You're not here, you push down here to lock it in place. So you're going to hear the click. Those are all clicked in. Now this part here where it says up, you're going to take it and you're going to put it right into that spot, and you can set it up that way. Once that's taken care of, you're going to come to the side. You're going to unclick this, bring it over here, and we're going to secure it. And then we're going to take this. You can see where the backing is. You'll notice the backing does cover this part here, which will need to be replaced in about a year or two. But that's easy. You just have to kind of remove it. It's double-sided, and you just put it back again. So now there's clipping tabs right there, and those are going to go onto the corners over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it a little bit, get it on, and push the edges until it sits. So, and now if I lift the printer, it's together. It's got to be level. So this must not be higher than the ink cartridges. It must be the same height as the ink cartridges. So now that's all done, we're going to push completed. The thing is, it's always going to think that the cartridges are 100% full. So if you decide to use ink cartridges, remember that it may run out, and you won't know that it's run out because it's going to think it's 100%. So now you're all set. You're going to go ahead and do a print head cleaning. And then you're going to test to see if all the colors are out. If not, you do it another one time. And if that doesn't work, you do it the third time. And if that doesn't work, you have to wait 12 hours and redo it again. And hopefully it'll kick in. But once it's good, then you won't have anything to worry about. Once the setup is complete, go ahead and fill up the ink with the bottles that you received. Okay, so there's a couple of things I did forget to mention. First of all is once you've got the air filters in here, this does not close all the way, it stays, so you can just keep it open. Secondly, very important, do not update the firmware. Once you update the firmware, it becomes a brick. You can't use your printer. So you can see that when you go to settings, there's a key here. It says firmware update. If you push OK, you see it says notification is off. Make sure it is off, not on. Your computer might occasionally say update. Absolutely not. No update at all. Very critical to remember that. And when you're printing, you need the lid to be at this function. So what that means is on the second step. So this is the close function. In order to open this, because the line goes through here, it doesn't close all the way, it won't. Okay, it opens now, but so this is fully open. When you're printing, it should be at that gap. It might be okay to be there, but it might bind inside. So it might give you an error message. Now, if this doesn't open, you have to push the corner piece all the way down, and then it'll open all the way to the top. So again, when you're printing, make sure you're at that step. We're good to go.